I'm telling y'all right now, if he picks what I'm going to pick, I'm walking out. I'm walking out.
That's crazy.
Noah, you already know.
No.
I shouldn't have brought it.
You wanted to go first.
I shouldn't have brought it
You
up.
wanted.
I
No, I was thinking that anyway.
This draft is
All right,
infuriating
well,
me.
let's just.
No, that is the greatest theme in my opinion of all time.
Yo, welcome back to Yo Nerd, the podcast where we talk about nerd culture news, share our opinions, and debate on pretty much anything. I'm Jase.
I'm Zion.
I'm Noah.
And we have a little bit of a different episode this week. Last week, we debated on who's the best live-action Spider-Man. And this week, we actually went to see Hans Zimmer in concert. It was amazing.
Live in LA, Crypto.com Arena. Let's just say I encountered the Lord. I encountered Jesus in a different way. It was beautiful.
He's actually a genius. He's a
he's
genius.
the GOAT now.
Yeah. Anyway, we decided in honor of Hans Zimmer and just the appreciation of music overall to do a draft. It's not like a debate, but it's kind of like a debate. We're going to do a draft of our favorite like nerd property scores. So anything from like Star Wars, Marvel, DC. But we'll get into that. Let's get into our nerd culture news first.
All right, so this week in nerd news, it's pretty much all DC stuff. First, we're going to talk about episode 3 of The Penguin, which at the time of this recording, episode 4 hasn't come out. We know that we're like a week behind in terms of when we release this show, but where we're recording, we only have episode 3. So, Jase, you finally caught up on The Penguin?
I followed through on my promise, guys.
Let's go.
I followed through my promise. Guys, this show is actually so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. Like, the Batman is good. Penguin is, I would say, probably maybe right on that level. Because
it's a little different.
It's
but
different. It's different, but it really gets you interested in, the different characters and where Gotham is at after being flooded. Obviously, I mean, Zion talked about that a couple weeks ago. Yeah. But the characters are amazing. All the actors, all the actresses, they portray their roles really well.
Yeah.
So,
and it continues doing this thing that I just hate. At the end of the episode, I'm like, I care about the Penguin so much.
I know.
I care about him so deep. And I'm like, Batman, just leave him alone. Let him do his thing.
I know.
Vic. This episode was Vic's episode. You get more context to minor spoilers. You get a little more context to his story, what he went through during the events of the Batman. And then you kind of see him like transitioning. Does he want this life or not? And it's just the way that they make you feel for these characters is so crazy. And like the Penguin just shows such a wide range of emotion.
Yeah.
Like he's being genuine one moment and then he'll stab you in the back the next moment without a care in the world. Like it's crazy. But especially Penguin and Vic's dynamic, they're making me care too much.
I forget.
And I know something's going to happen to Vic. Something is going to happen and I'm going to be broken.
I forget that Penguin's a villain sometimes, low key.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, dude. You're watching this shit.
Like,
You're rooting for him.
I forget that he's a villain. Like, I'm going for him. Like, bro, you gotta, like, this has to happen for you. Like, I'm praying. And then he's
doing horrible things. Yeah.
And then he just goes and shoots somebody like it's nothing. He's like, all right, moving on. Let's just.
Yeah. Right. Crazy. So can't recommend Penguin enough. It's a great show. Yeah. Content warning on that for mature audiences, but it's really good. Mm-hmm. Now our next piece of news comes out of DC. I don't know if you two heard about this one. Did you hear about the Dynamic Duo film?
Do I want to hear about that?
No.
All right. Stay open to it.
DCU?
Stay open. No. It's sort of like I think companies are starting to get more into animation after things like Spider-Verse.
Yeah, for sure.
Obviously, animation has been a long-standing art form that has enough of respect on its own. But like, I'd say like Marvel, DC, they're starting to kind of go more into animation as like a very serious form of storytelling. So, one of the movies that they just announced that they're working on is called Dynamic Duo. It follows the early years of Dick Grayson and Jason Todd, pre-Batman, which is the weird part for me.
Wait, pre-Batman as in the Batman?
They're not Robin. No, not the Batman. Just it's its own universe.
Okay.
It's animated. But the company that is helping create it is called Swaybox, and they use what's called Momo animation, which is a cross between CGI, practical elements of stop motion, and live action. So like
And live action?
Yeah, it's like
That's
I think it's like puppets, stop motion, and CGI all mixed in one. And I'm like, I think there's a clip somewhere online. I have to find it, but of like one of the puppets that they're like testing out. So I'm torn on it because I'm like, all right, I don't want them to change the stories of Dick Grayson and Jason Todd because I think they're gonna be like together and like street orphans and like I just don't want that. Like I'd rather have the true origin, especially because we haven't really got it in like a big way yet. But I'm also and the style scares me a little bit, like trying something new like that. But then I thought about you remember Kubo?
Yeah,
Kubo and the
two
two
strings.
I don't even think I ever watched that. Was that
Dude,
that
you
was
need
good?
to watch
actually
that.
pretty good,
It was
bro.
great, and it was stop motion, and I was like,
I think that's why.
okay,
I
if they
didn't
want
watch
to
it.
try something new, go for it. And Matt Reeves is producing it, but it's not tied into the Batman universe. So
Okay. I see.
I don't know. We'll see how that is. DC announced the Dynamic Duo film. And then finally, we have our Green Lanterns in the new DCU. We have Hal Jordan, played by Kyle Chandler, best known for the TV show Friday Night Lights. And then we have our Jon Stewart, who is Aaron Pierre, and he was most recently in a film called Rebel Ridge on Netflix, which I haven't seen. I don't know if you have, but I actually haven't seen either of those things. But that is what they're currently most known for. Based off of look, what do you guys think about this casting?
Honestly, I think Hal Jordan's fine with Aaron Pierre. Is he light skinned? I can't really tell. In some pictures, he looks lighter than others.
I mean, he's not as light skinned as like me.
Yeah,
But I think he's not.
I feel like personally, Jon Stewart should be darker. That's just me. I don't know. You know, obviously everybody has their own opinion, but I just feel like he's been portrayed as that way for literally ever.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm sure he's a great actor. I haven't seen him in a lot. Or no, I did see. I can't remember. I saw him in something.
Yeah.
And he was good. But I mean, yeah, that's just me.
I'm probably gonna watch Rebel Ridge soon and see how he was in that. People have been saying that he does like militant very well, which I think that works well for Jon Stewart because Jon is like, I think, what is he, ex-Marine or something like that? He's kind of like an army guy, like very serious. But yeah, I get what you're saying in terms of that. We'll see how things turn out with that. But overall, I thought the casting was good, especially with the direction they're going. And it made me hopeful because I think the direction that DC is trying to go with it, we're going to have Jon Stewart as our main Green Lantern. Because Kyle Chandler, excuse me, you know, he's a little bit older. And I think even in the description of the show, talks about how the show follows Hal Jordan, who's kind of known as a legend among the Green Lanterns.
Okay.
And then he's kind of reluctantly mentoring a new Green Lantern, Jon Stewart. And then it says the two get drawn into a dark Earth-based mystery as they investigate a murder in the American heartland. So I'm excited because, I mean, for us growing up, Jon Stewart was Green Lantern.
Yeah,
like,
definitely. In
with
the
Justice League, Justice League animated series, like our generation, there only was Jon Stewart, you know. So
did y'all like him in that show?
Yeah.
I did.
Kind of
He had some weird moments.
Yeah.
Was he?
He was kind of whack
a little
sometimes.
weird, but
with like
he was
with like Hawk Girl.
There was some strange moments.
He was
The
kind of
Egyptian
sus, bro.
episodes?
Yes, bro. That. Why was I watching that at like 7 years old?
There were some crazy parts.
Yeah.
My favorite episode is when he's like, what? Like they finally show his home, and somehow he's just walking through the hood.
Yeah. Why do I remember that? I remember that.
Do you remember,
I remember that.
vividly remember that scene of like He's just walking
randomly
randomly.
like, go to a barber shop.
Like, that's so crazy.
No way he went to
So
a barber shop. I don't remember that
It's
part.
hilarious.
I
But,
do remember that though.
you know, so Jon Stewart's kind of our Green Lantern. So it's exciting that, okay, we're still going to have Hal. But it seems like because they're going with a younger John, he's getting set up to be kind of the new Green Lantern for Earth. So
For sure.
I'm excited. Everything from the show has sounded really good so far. So we'll see how it is.
Yep.
Any thoughts?
I actually think the show sounds pretty cool, but the cast is alright.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm not excited about it. DC doesn't do a great job at casting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic DC, they can't get a casting right.
I will say, yeah, DC isn't always the best with casting.
Isn't always.
They
We'll see with the
hold
new
on, hold on,
DCU.
no. I actually like Blue Beetle.
He was actually
I like
good.
Zolo as Blue Beetle.
The movie was looking good.
And, yeah. List ends there.
Yeah, that's about it.
They
But
good. They just wrote them terribly. Like Henry Cavill is a good pick.
Henry Cavill, I like Henry Cavill as Superman.
Ben Affleck was
Like
fine. He's
him.
massive, but he just wrote him as a literal murderer. So
I mean, Henry
can't-
Cavill too.
I don't think he was the best pick, even just how he portrayed Batman.
That's how they wrote him.
Yeah, but there's only so much you can bring. Like, I don't know. We don't have to get into it, but yeah, DC has had some casting struggles. But I mean, as far as what we've seen, like they have had some wins in terms of like Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
You know,
Corn Sweat.
Corn Sweat.
Yet to be
Superman.
seen, but he will be the best Superman of all time.
Whoa.
Mark my words.
Wow. Okay. So we'll see. We'll see how the new DCU goes, but yeah, they haven't quite hit the Marvel level where Marvel just gets that perfect casting
I don't
every
understand
time.
how they get.
It's Sarah, whatever her name is, Sarah Haley Finn. Yeah,
Finn.
she is the GOAT
Yeah.
of casting forever.
She is.
So you know, they don't have her, but hopefully they can find their group with that.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's our nerd news, and now let's get to our soundtrack draft.
All right, guys. So for this draft of our scores that we picked, it's kind of complicated because we were trying to figure out what exactly the parameters were for nerd scores. So we kind of drew the line. First of all, we're gonna draft 5 scores each.
Snake draft style.
Snake draft. So Noah's gonna start, then Zion, then me, and then I'll go again, back to Zion, to Noah. And we're gonna pick 5, but one of our 5 nerd scores is going to be a wild card. So it can be from any piece of media. And the way that we're picking the other 4 is based on what we would cover, or like it was based on something that we would cover in the show content wise. So the Marvels, the DCs, Star Wars. We had long conversation of what was part of nerd culture, I guess, and what wasn't. Sad to say, Lion King didn't make the cut because that would have been on my list.
I might have to throw in a clip of Lion King
of the Zimmer concert.
of the concert, guys.
Oh my guys!
I'm telling you,
Insane.
Guys,
I'm telling you.
I was literally ascending in my chair. It was so good. Honestly, like I don't like Wonder Woman movies from DC, obviously, but that actually made me really enjoy the
No,
score.
you're getting hype, bro.
I was literally getting hyped.
We took a break during the Wonder Woman. We were like, oh, it's Wonder Woman. Let's go get our food. This man got up from his chair and like going crazy.
No, like when they brought in the vocals from
Yeah, that was fire.
That
made
was
me
dope.
actually like Wonder Woman more, and I'm surprised that I'm saying that right now because
The first Wonder Woman was good. Let's clarify.
1984.
But 1984
Trumps
ruined
everything.
everything.
All right. Let's,
Yeah,
But anyway, we're not
It's
gonna
gonna
get
take
into
over
that.
the
That's a whole rabbit hole. But
It's my first pick. What do you mean?
anyway, so the draft.
All right, so Noah's gonna pick first. Without further ado,
All right, let's get it started. The first picks are like big responsibility. All right.
Uh
The first overall pick. I'll be taking the greatest theme of all time. Specifically superhero theme. The most iconic superhero theme in the history. Superman main theme, 1978.
I thought you were gonna pick either that or something else. So
no, that is the greatest theme in my opinion of all time.
That's fair.
The most iconic.
That's fair.
I couldn't go wrong with that. And also, he's my favorite superhero. Had to be the first pick.
That's
fair.
fair. Hold on, I gotta
That's
cross
fair.
that out on my list now.
That's fair. I didn't even put it on my list because I knew it was gonna be snatched up instantly.
That's fine.
I'm picking this because I'm sorry. It was the culmination of everything that Marvel created.
Yeah, we're chilling.
I'm gonna pick, and by the way, guys, we're not just doing like an album or like a theme, but we're doing specific songs.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like we're saying like this song from this movie or like this moment.
Yeah.
The scene,
So-
like the scenes are very, like it'll come up later, I'm sure, but it's not just the theme like you would listen to it on like Spotify or something like that. It's like the specific scene from a movie we could bring up as well.
Yeah. So I'm going, of course, Portals by Alan Silvestri, Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
And I mean, when I think about music in a nerd property, that was the first one that came to mind.
Yeah.
The culmination of everything that Marvel had done.
Yeah.
That's
the
a good
MCU
pick.
had done.
That is a great first round
Valid,
pick.
valid.
That's my pick.
Okay.
First round.
I'll never forget. So that day, when we went to go see Endgame, because obviously we were talking about it since Infinity War, like going to see.
Yeah.
So we get there because at the theater that I went to didn't have reserved seating.
Okay.
So we literally got there after school. The movie was at 6. We got there at 3. So we waited for 3 hours. Weren't even the first ones in line.
Jeez.
Anyway, we get into the movie. One of my friends, when Portal starts playing, after like Cap says Avengers Assemble, he's standing on the theater chair. Shout out Ewan if you're watching this, by the way.
Dude.
This dude is standing on the chair in the theater. That was so legendary. I don't even blame him for that.
I would have been so mad if I was behind him. I would have
he was
literally
gonna push off
pushed
the
him
chair,
over,
dude.
bro.
Yeah.
I would have pushed him down.
But it
man.
was so good. The entire theater was
No,
screaming.
you were hyped.
Exactly.
You were
Yeah,
hyped.
exactly.
Like standing up. I've never had a movie experience like
that
Endgame.
whole
I've
like
only had one.
And that's
I've only had
why,
one
like,
other
the
experience
music
like
was
that.
a huge part of that.
Yeah,
Like,
oh, definitely.
that's a
For sure.
hype moment, but
Definitely.
the music just takes it to this whole other level. We will never experience a cultural moment like that again.
No.
And
I don't
Portals
think so.
was a huge part of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a
Great pick.
solid first pick for sure.
This is a tough spot to be in.
So I have the 3rd and 4th pick with my first round pick in the 2024. No, I'm kidding. My first round pick, I'm going with what I think is one of the best scores of all time. One of the most iconic. Noah went with DC. Zion goes with Marvel.
No.
It's
I'm
only
going
natural.
with Star Wars.
I knew it.
I'm going
Main
with Binary Sunset. The Force theme. That
I'm
That
so
hurt.
I
mad.
know. I thought you
That-
were gonna.
No,
I
that
literally. I was prepared to take Portals because I thought you were taking Binary Sunset for sure. So I'm taking Binary Sunset.
Oh,
That's
dude,
my
that
first pick.
hurts
Yeah.
my heart. That was
See, now you
literally
just gotta
my
take Star Wars for the rest
That
of the
was my
draft just to
next
make up
pick.
for that.
Yeah.
That was my next pick. Okay. All
So just
Great pick.
obviously an iconic theme.
yeah.
Luke staring off.
Dude, one of my favorite scenes of all
Oh yeah,
time.
easily. So there's my my first pick. My second pick, however, I'm going back to the Marvel corner. I'm going the Avengers theme, but specifically,
Yeah.
Noah, you already know.
No.
I shouldn't have brought it.
You wanted to go first.
I shouldn't have brought it.
You
up.
wanted?
I
No, I was
shouldn't
picking
have.
that anyway. That was literally like number 4 on my list. That was like number
All right,
4.
which Avengers theme?
I'm going with Thor lands in Wakanda. That Avengers theme. Guys, the hype that I felt for that scene, it still gets me hyped to this day.
It's the best.
I
Marvel
think
scene
that
of all
song
time.
is called Forge.
Yeah.
Of course, composed by the great Alan Silvestri.
Yes. Alan Silvestri. That boy.
Cooked.
He was cooking. I'm sorry, no.
Oh,
I had to do it.
that's tough.
I had to do it.
This guy is mad, bro. Okay. Oh man, second round. Here we
so
go.
mad right now. That's the one. It's my only chance to get a Thor theme, bro. It's not even his theme, but at least it was his moment.
Yeah, it was his moment.
Okay. All right. I'm going. Ooh.
It's tough.
Okay. Second pick. I'm going with widely considered to be one of, if not the greatest comic book movie of all time. I'm going with
No.
A Watchful Guardian.
Oh, cool.
From The Dark Knight.
That is not the way I thought you were going with that.
Cool.
I'm glad you didn't go that way.
Really
what were you thinking?
A different song from that same movie.
Okay. Yeah.
What'd you think?
No, I thought you were doing.
The end scene from The Dark
also
Knight.
I'm Not a Hero. So you're taking Watchful Guardian, not I'm Not a Hero, right?
Watchful Guardian, I'm Not a Hero?
No, I'm saying instead of I'm Not a Hero.
Is that part of the same
songs.
scene?
No, but yeah, and I'm Not a Hero has the ending too. Like the main theme.
Okay. Yeah, I'm doing a Watchful Guardian from The Dark Knight.
Great.
The final song from the movie when it's going through the montage of,
The second greatest ending of all time.
And what's the first?
What's the first?
I'll get to it.
Oh, snap.
All right. I'm trying not to do a full Superman
and
list
and that one, of course, by the great Hans Zimmer.
Of course.
Shout out Hans.
The greatest composer.
The GOAT.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Go ahead.
Do I do a full Superman list?
You have
I might. Y'all live.
Full Superman
All right,
list
I'm gonna
is
do another
crazy.
one right now. I don't even care. I don't care.
I mean, it's your picks.
I'm gonna let you guys
stick with yourself.
I wanted to take a Star Wars to
strong.
make you mad, but I'm gonna let you guys take all the Star Wars. With my next pick, from the same movie, from the same soundtrack, I could argue almost is better than the actual theme.
Dang it.
Planet Krypton.
Oh,
Planet Krypton?
Planet Krypton.
Planet Krypton.
1978. I never said John Williams, of course, who composed it, but
That's
it's
unfortunate.
amazing. That first minute 20 is probably my favorite. It's better than the actual Superman theme. It's beautiful.
Oh yeah, I personally like
Prefer
Planet
it.
Krypton
Yeah.
more than
Just
Superman
the first
theme.
one's just more iconic.
Yeah,
But amazing. I had to take it.
I had it on my list.
It sucks that I had to take two of the same from the same soundtrack.
I don't even know what to take. Like everything on my list is pretty much gone. So that's great.
I'm so sorry.
That wasn't on your
so
list, was
sorry.
it?
No, that actually wasn't
okay,
on my list. But
I could take a third one, but I'm not.
Oh
no, wait, no, I guess.
yeah. You get to go again.
All right.
You get to go again.
All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go no Star Wars draft real quick. I'm just not gonna do Star Wars. I'm going Marvel. In my opinion, the greatest ending of all time, the greatest villain of all time, and the greatest movie of all time. I'm taking Porch from Avengers: Infinity War.
Which one is that?
The
When
ending,
Thanos
when he
is
sits
walking
down.
in the garden.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's such a good one.
That's my. It's literally like a 30-second song on Spotify, and it's one of the most beautiful things I've ever heard in my life.
I've used that in so many key
Dude,
moments in my
You finish
life.
a hard school assignment, and you just sit down and play that. And you just,
Watching Over
oh
a
my
Grateful
gosh!
Universe.
Literally, it's my favorite movie, favorite villain,
Hey,
favorite ending.
Hold on. Going back to Portals real quick. One of my friends, back when the movie came out, this is actually the same guy. That's
Oh man, this guy was wild.
He comes to school one day. He's like, guys, last night I just had the most just out of body experience. I'm like, what'd you do? He's like, I was getting in the shower. I turned the lights off and I turned on Portals. He's like, guys, you gotta try it. You gotta try it. Dude. I did it. Gotta try it, bro.
No, I'm not gonna lie. When it came out, it was insane.
Yeah.
How hype Portals made you feel. We were at summer camp. I was a youth leader at summer camp.
Okay.
And my whole cabin was getting ready to go to the field for the games. Now we thought we were the best team. One of our boys gets a speaker, starts playing Portals. We were literally walking in slow motion as we got into the field.
That's so hype, bro.
Yeah, Portals.
That song is so good.
That was a crazy time to be alive. I'm so glad we got to experience that.
Yes.
That was the best. Okay, so you picked Porch and the Planet Krypton. All right, so we're in round 3.
Bro, please don't take mine. Please.
Yeah, one
All right, hold on.
I'm telling y'all right now, if he picks what I'm going to pick, I'm walking out. I'm walking out.
That's crazy. My favorite, there's a lot of iconic music in Revenge of the Sith. My favorite, though, is a song. I don't even think it's on Spotify.
Wow.
But it has been released previously because Lucasfilm has rearranged the Star Wars soundtracks many times. So they're always different. But my favorite track, it's called I'm So Sorry.
Oh, that's not
from
what I thought.
episode 3.
What is that one?
That's the one where Obi-Wan is talking to Padme. And he's
Oh,
like,
I'm
Anakin's
so
the
sorry.
father, isn't he?
Yeah. and
Dude,
then he
the music
throws up the hood.
Yeah.
It goes to smoke his own.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
good.
Yeah, no, that's
That is one of my favorite Star Wars themes
That's good.
ever.
I thought you were going with Battle of the Heroes for a second.
Battle of the Heroes is iconic, but for me, it's that one.
Okay.
It's got to be that one.
Okay.
But did you just reveal
No,
I
are you,
did not.
are you
Okay.
taking
I
from
did not.
Empire?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dude, I'd be
Keep
so
going.
mad.
I'm not.
He already did Star Wars, though.
Yeah.
I'm doing Star Wars again.
What?
I'm doing Star Wars again, but it's none of those.
Okay.
This, in my personal opinion, I think is a top 3, if not top 2 score in Star Wars.
Oh, I already know what you know.
Duel of the Fates.
Yep.
Yeah. all
Duel
right.
of the Fates is
It was between.
so
It was
good.
that was right there for me.
Yeah. Duel of
Yeah.
the Fates. Oh my gosh. I've dressed up as Darth Maul for Halloween. Multiple Halloweens. I have his lightsaber from Disneyland. It was out here when we did our Star Wars episode. That is just the music, the scene, everything about that is gas. I get another pick. So this is my 4th pick. And I'm taking a sleeper. I'm gonna take one that I don't think y'all thought of.
Oh, hold on.
And
This is your last non
I
wild card
know.
pick. This is
I have, but there's so many wild cards
There
to
are
choose
so many
from,
wild
which is
cards.
crazy. So I'm taking my one now because I don't think you guys are gonna take my wild card. I don't even know what it is yet, to be honest. So I'm taking from Across the Spider-Verse. I'm taking
Wow.
the very last Across the Spider-Verse score.
Start a band. Start a band. Oh, dude.
Because the
I
way
thought about
that
it.
entire song from Prowler Miles to
Miles.
Gwen
Yeah.
to Miles, and they mashed
Melding
it up.
all the themes
oh my
together. Yeah.
goodness! I would listen
John
to that.
Pemberton?
Yeah,
Or no, Daniel.
Daniel Pemberton. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dan.
Sorry, I was getting confused with John Williams.
Yeah.
No, literally, guys, I would listen to that in the car so much.
Yeah,
Listening to the Prowler theme before.
Yeah.
Guys,
We're going to have to do a part 2 to this because there are too
there's
many
too many
themes
scores. There's
to
too many
choose
scores.
from. Oh, man.
all right.
Okay, so that's the one for you.
No, that's
That's
2.
the
I
second.
took Duel of
Oh,
the Fates
yeah,
and then-
right.
All
Okay,
this is your last
okay.
non.
I'm trying to decide which one to double dip in. Oh, man, because there's one I want to choose, but I think I have to go with my heart. Another unreleased song. Super
this
annoying,
guy.
but it is on YouTube. It has an official name. It's a song called Bat Side Down from my favorite movie, The Batman. It's the scene where Batman is walking to the Penguin's car
Duh.
upside down.
Is that not just like the regular Batman theme?
It's
It's
different.
a little different, but
It's slower
essentially-
and it's like just more. But I can't tell you guys. We might post it one day. We have a video of me watching the trailer for the first time.
I was there for that. Yep.
You were there. You were there.
Yeah.
You were mad that day. We're not gonna talk about it. But that moment, seeing Batman, catch up to the Penguin, and then he's the shot of him upside down walking towards the car. One of my favorite shots
That was a great
in
shot.
any media ever. One of my favorite moments ever. And it's a very subtle score, but for me, I had to choose that for
Yeah, for
myself.
sure.
There are other themes I know I probably should choose, but I gotta
that's
go
your
with that
list,
one
that's
for
your
me.
list.
Yeah,
I gotta
that's
go
fine.
with
That's your
it.
list.
So
That's cool.
Bat Side Down. Shout out Michael Giacchino, legend, quickly rising up there.
He's really good.
Let's not lie,
rising up.
guys.
He's rising up.
Mike is up there among the best.
He snapped in No Way Home too.
No Way Home, all his Pixar movies, Ratatouille.
Yeah, he was.
Come
Didn't he do
on.
Coco
Shout
also?
out Ratatouille.
He did many. I think he did Inside Out. Shout out. All right. Final round 4 pick before the wild card.
With my 4th pick, with my 3rd John Williams selection, I'll be taking Yoda and the Force.
Oh, that's such a good. I didn't even have that in my
Phenomenal
list.
song. I was going between that and the main theme because the main theme is just iconic.
Yeah.
But Yoda and the Force, it's just the scene, dude.
From Empire.
Yeah, from Empire Strikes Back when he lifts that X-wing up.
That's good.
It's perfection.
That's
I
good.
had to
It
pick
makes
it.
me so mad. Dude, that's such a good
It's
pick.
such a good song, dude.
That's such a
It's
good
so
pick.
good.
Wild
This
card.
draft is
All right.
infuriating
Well,
me.
let's just raise it up to 15 picks each now. 15 picks each.
3 extra picks. I'm gonna drop some honorable mentions after we're done.
Are we doing honorable mentions?
We can do a couple.
We'll do a few. All right, is it time for Wildcard?
For my last pick of the draft. I'm pretty sure I said Superman theme was the greatest. It's the greatest. But the best theme in the history. The best song of any soundtrack. I could argue it's the best song, soundtrack or not, just ever released. By Hans Zimmer, the GOAT. Uguay Ascends from Kung Fu Panda. This song is a crutch in my life. Like, you know, like The Night Begins to Shine, like how it was for Cyborg? That's Uguay Ascends for me.
Yeah.
I've been hurt. Literally, like, on the floor. I've been on the floor in pain in my house, like, hurt. And I played the song.
What happened in the house?
We won't talk about it. I was hurt. I was on the floor, and I asked for one of our little siblings to get me my phone so I could play the song. I literally played the song.
And you just get up.
And I got up. It was, all right.
That's crazy.
It is the most, like, peaceful. It's just, if I'm having a rough time with school, I stop school for a couple minutes, listen to the song. It's beautiful. It's the best song of all time. Like, it's just so good.
Yeah, shout out Hans Zimmer. Also, shout out Pedro.
Facts. Dude, they didn't perform it at the concert. I was so upset. I had to not show my pain, but I was so mad.
You were hurting. I know.
So good.
Shout out La La Land. No.
I was about to flame you. I mean, it's not bad. It's good. It's just like...
All right,
last pick.
I'm going with, from my favorite TV show of all time, Peace. From Avatar, The Last Airbender. Jeremy Zuckerman composed. Peace is the song that goes over, and it's, again, I'm sorry, guys, not officially released. Just look it up on YouTube right after
Rose
this.
The Underground Warrior.
But he's coming out with the theme, with the soundtracks finally. Book 1 is on Spotify, so they're getting there. But Peace is the moments that encompass everything after Aang. Spoilers, please go watch Avatar if you haven't seen it.
Okay, if you haven't seen Avatar,
I'm so sorry.
Like, you need to stop everything. Don't watch anything else.
Don't
go
do
watch
anything
Avatar.
else. Just watch Avatar.
No, literally stop life. Go watch Avatar.
Guys, I literally convinced. I have two little sisters. One of them's 8 and one of them's 19. All right, I've been trying to convince my 19-year-old sister, or I was trying to convince her for the longest time to watch Avatar, and she watched, because I was watching with my 8-year-old sister, and she was watching like the first season, and my 19-year-old sister, she was like, oh, "This is kind of boring." And after she watched
the first, little bit,
after she watched the first little bit, she was like, "Jason, I'm on the finale. You want to watch it with me?" Literally like a week
happens
later.
Every time.
A week later.
Happens every time.
Yeah, my 8-year-old sister, she watched a lot of it without me.
All our younger siblings watched it. My wife, not even a nerd, not even into a lot of nerd stuff, got her hooked into Avatar, watched the whole thing, loved it.
You don't have to be a nerd.
You have to.
It.
No, you know, it's just a great show.
It's the greatest show of all time.
But I will say, so my mild spoilers, not mild spoilers. Skip ahead like 20 seconds. Peace is the song that covers everything that happens after Aang defeats Ozai. So when everyone's reuniting, Zuko's coronation, the end scene of them in Ba Sing Se, and like Aang and Katara, you know, all the things, like that whole musical scene marked my childhood in a way that I can't even describe. So I have to go with that one. There was a slightly more iconic pick from Avatar that I didn't go with, but I had to go with that one.
Was that Avatar's Love that you're talking about?
No, that's part of it at the end. It's included
okay.
in the song.
Okay.
It's one long song, at least how I've heard it.
Yeah.
So that includes Avatar's Love, but you know.
That's my favorite.
That was my wild card.
Avatar.
I had to do Avatar's Love.
Pick. Yeah.
There's also, well, I don't want to say.
No, I'm not gonna pick anything from Avatar.
Okay.
If I was gonna
the
pick
last
Agni
Kai, I almost went with that. You just
I
like,
didn't even psych.
Never mind.
No, that's actually good.
Bro, I'm trying to see that live. Last pick of the draft, Jase. You're struggling right now. You're in a tough spot. Like, there's so many choices.
There's so many I could do. Guys, we'll do honorable mentions after this. So we'll talk a little bit more about all the stuff that we like.
Totally.
But I'm in a tough spot right here because I would have, if Noah didn't choose Uguay Ascends, I would have definitely chose that. Avatar's Love is also on my list. I think I gotta go. Yep, I just made my decision.
Okay.
I just looked at it again. I'm like, nah, this is too good.
Mm-hmm.
I said it earlier. guys, the Hans Zimmer concert. I was literally, I felt like I was outside of my body. This is my favorite movie of all time, The Lion King. Lion King is my favorite movie of all time.
Dude.
I was listening to it on my way to work this morning. This Land, go listen to it on Spotify, Apple Music. It's the part of the movie where Simba sees Mufasa in the stars.
Dude.
And then it ends with the whole like hype scene with the Rafiki's. Like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna imitate it.
Do it.
I'll make a fool of myself. Yes. Yeah. But
Great
guys, that is one of the best pieces of music I've ever heard in my life.
After the Hans concert, I was ready to put every song from Lion King.
That's
King
what
of
I'm
Pride
saying.
Rock was like
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
that ending,
dude. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, like I felt the spirit during the Lion King section. It was
so good.
insane. It was
so
crazy. So is that it?
I think
That's
that
the end of the
concludes
draft.
our draft.
That's crazy. Jace, you want to run through them one more time? All the picks?
Yes.
Do you have them all?
Yes. All right. So I'll just go by person.
Just go by team.
So Noah with his 5, he went with the Superman theme, John Williams, and then he said Planet Krypton, Porch. I actually didn't get. What was your last regular pick?
Yoda and the Force.
Oh yes, his last regular pick was Yoda and the Force, and then his wild card was Oogway Ascends. Zion, his first pick was Portals, then Watchful Guardian, I'm So Sorry, Bat Side Down, and then his wild card was Peace from Avatar: The Last Airbender. And then for myself, my first pick was Binary Sunset, and then Forge from Infinity War, Duel of the Fates, Start a Band, and then This Land from Lion King was my wild card.
Crazy.
Stacked. We could legit do an entire another draft.
That's
Oh,
what
we
I'm saying.
will.
There's
Hey,
so
guys,
many left.
comment below if you want part 2 of this. Also, let us know what you would choose. Top 5 songs from a movie. We're leaving out like needle drops for now. We're focusing on the score specifically. So we're not doing like, oh, there was this song in a movie that like an artist makes and they put in. No. We're talking about like the actual score of the movie. You tell us your top 5.
And it could be any movie. It could be
Any movie. We're not doing, you don't have to do the nerd stuff. Just what are your picks?
Yeah. Like I was fighting for Interstellar.
Yeah.
I mean,
Interstellar, Inception. Like,
Yeah.
There were
It just once you open those up, it just
It-
it gets
Gladiator.
too much.
Like it hurt not to take Gladiator.
yeah.
All right, let's each choose 2 honorable mentions.
I'm gonna need
Oh,
3. I'm gonna need
2.
3, my guy.
Guys, we gotta hand in
Hold up.
our black cards with this.
Why?
Wakanda.
I was gonna choose
Oh,
it. I was gonna
by
actually.
Ludwig
I was low key
Göransson.
about to choose.
Oh
Killmonger.
yeah.
Killmonger's a good
I was
pick
gonna choose
too.
Killmonger, but
But
I
Killmonger was
Wakanda
on my list.
Wakanda is
Yeah.
or United Nations end title or end credits,
Oh,
yeah,
whatever.
they're all fine.
No, entering Wakanda.
And yeah, like the Wakanda theme is like.
There's just too many good ones. Like I couldn't.
I get it. But we're sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna need
guys.
3 honorable mentions. I'm not gonna lie. There's too many for me. I'm gonna choose 3.
So my first one is Wakanda. My second one also might be my favorite scene in the whole movie. Can't Fight City Halloween from the Batman as well.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a valid pick.
Opening couple minutes, montage of like how the criminals fear Batman in the shadows.
I am the shadows.
I
That's
can't
such a-
tell.
that's
Hey
such a-
guys, no, I got to tell the people real quick. When I first saw the movie, I was so hyped during that scene. My watch kept going off because my heart rate was too high. I don't know what happened, but I've never been more hyped in a movie than I was for the Batman. And I sat there and was just like, it was everything I wanted. So yeah, those are my 2 picks.
My 2. This is really tough. I can't limit myself to just 2. I feel like
All right, are we keeping it to
One
the,
for
just
sure.
to the
Just
nerd?
run it through real quick.
one for sure is Test Drive from How to Train Your Dragon.
Yes, of course.
That is
That would have been my
so
second wild
good.
card pick.
Yeah. Test Drive from How to Train Your Dragon. Also, Romantic Drive. That's not one of my honorable mentions, but those are both just genius. My second, it would be Avatar's Love. I'm just gonna leave that out. So I'll say that, but I'll add another one too because we kind of covered Avatar's Love. This is so tough.
Just do it.
I'm gonna say I can't. Just Zion, you go. I'll come back. To
I
me.
went. Go ahead, no.
Or, yeah,
I have so
you
many.
go.
So I'm gonna try while you're thinking. I'm gonna do 2 nerd property.
All right, but you're revealing yourself for the next draft.
I'm gonna do 2 nerd property. I'm gonna do 2 wild card.
All right, go ahead.
I'm just gonna say wild card. Now we are free. Are we counting that from Gladiator?
Sure.
Yeah,
That
it's
would-
a wild card.
That would be one. And then besides Test Drive, probably like the Interstellar theme.
Yeah, I was probably gonna say
Oh, and Pirates. Oh, geez.
that's what that's literally on my list too.
All right.
You know what? I'm going with Pirates. That's guys. I was hitting the Jack Sparrow run at the concert, at the Hans Zimmer concert.
He was going crazy.
Literally, these two are my witnesses. I
No,
was hitting
this
the Jack
man
Sparrow
was
run.
literally insane.
It was so good. It was so good.
All right.
that's
My
funny.
actual 2 like nerd ones would for me as a Superman fan, again, more Superman would be Flight from Man of Steel.
That's a great pick.
It hurt not to pick it, but I couldn't choose 3 Superman songs out of 5.
That's fair.
But it's amazing. One of the only good scenes of DCU Superman we have. So it hurts. I was gonna take I'm Not a Hero, but since you took Watch for Guardian, it's like too similar. Yeah. So I'd probably say low-key like the Star Wars main theme.
Yeah.
For that
honestly,
that's the
that
second
low,
most iconic theme of all time, in my opinion.
crazy.
I didn't pick it, which is crazy.
It's tough though because it's like we're basing a lot of our picks on the moment within the movie.
Yeah.
True.
If we were going iconic themes, I would have
that's second
chosen
pick.
number one.
That's the second pick of the draft.
For me, number one.
Yeah.
But and it is tough. Like, but that's a great
Those would be
honorable
my
mention.
One more honorable mention, just because I have to mention it. Harry Potter from the Sorcerer's Stone, first movie. That just has to be mentioned because it's Harry Potter.
great.
That's fair. That's fair.
But yeah,
All right, did we do it?
we did it.
We did it.
We did
Let's
it.
go. That is our 2024 soundtrack draft. I don't even know the specific name that we're calling it, but our soundtrack draft. Vote below who you think did the best, and then comment what are your movie picks. What are your song picks?
All right, y'all. Thanks again for tuning in. If you're watching on YouTube, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, rate our show 5 stars. It would really help us out. And go follow us on Instagram and TikTok. We post all the best clips from the episode. And without further ado, we will see you guys next week with a surprise episode.
See y'all.
See you.